AC Milan, Arsenal FC, Atletico de Madrid, Chelsea FC, FC Barcelona, FC Internazionale Milano, Juventus FC, Liverpool FC, Manchester City, Manchester United, Real Madrid CF, and Tottenham Hotspur have all joined as founding clubs. It is anticipated that a further 3 clubs will go ahead with the inaugural season, which is intended to commence as soon as possible. Going forward, the founding clubs look forward to holding discussions with UEFA and FIFA to work together in partnership to deliver the best outcome to the new league and for football as a whole. The formation of the Super League comes at a time when the global pandemic has accelerated the instability in the existing European football economic model. Further, for a number of years, the founding clubs have had the objective of improving the quality and intensity of existing European competitions throughout each season and of creating a format for the top clubs to compete on a regular basis. The pandemic has shown the strategic version and a sustainable commercial approach are required to enhance the value and support the belief of the entire European football pyramid. In recent months, extensive dialogue has taken place with football stakeholders regarding the future of European competitions. The founding clubs believe the solutions proposed follow these talks and solve these fundamental issues, including the need to provide higher quality matches and additional financial resources for the overall football pyramid. 20 participating clubs with 15 founding clubs and a qualifying mechanism for a further 5 clubs will qualify annually based on achievements in the prior season. Midweek fixtures, all participating clubs continuing to compete in their respective national leagues, which won't be allowed, by the way, so don't be under any illusions about that. Preserving the traditional domestic match calendar, which remains at the heart of the club game. An August start with clubs participating in 2 groups of 10 playing home and away fixtures, with the top 3 with each group automatically qualifying for the quarter-finals. Teams finishing 4th and 5th will then compete in 2-legged playoff for the remaining quarter-final positions. A 2-leg knockout format will be used to reach the final at the end of May, which will be staged as a single fixture at a neutral venue. As soon as practicable, after the start of the men's competition, a corresponding women's league will also be launched, helping to advance and develop the women's game. The new annual tournament will provide significantly greater economic growth and support for European football via a long-term commitment to uncapped solidarity payments, which will grow in line with league revenues. These solidarity payments will be substantially higher than those generated by the current European competition and are expected to be in excess of €10 billion during the course of its initial commencement of the clubs. In addition, the competition will be built on a sustainable financial foundation, with all founding clubs signing up to spending framework in exchange for their commitment. Founding clubs will receive an amount of €3.5 billion solely to support their infrastructure investment plans and to offset the impact of the COVID pandemic. Florentino Perez, president of Real Madrid and the first chairman of the new Super League, said, "We will help football at every level to take its rightful place in the world. Football is the only global sport to the world with more than 4 billion fans, and our responsibility as big clubs is to respect their desires." Backing for the new European League, Andrea Agnelli, chairman of Juventus and vice chairman of the Super League, said, "Our 12 founder clubs represent billions of fans across the globe and 99 European trophies. We have come together at this critical moment, enabling European competition to be transformed, putting the game we love on a sustainable footing for a long-term future, substantially increasing solidarity and giving fans and amateur players a regular flow of headline fixtures that will feed their passion for the game while providing them with engaging role models." Joel Glazer, co-chairman of Manchester United and vice-chairman of the Super League, said, "By bringing together the world's greatest clubs and players to play each other regularly throughout the season, the Super League will open a new chapter for European football, ensuring world-class competition and facilities and increased financial support for the wider football pyramid." And now breaking news coming out to suggest that all 12 participating clubs will be excluded from the Champions League and their domestic leagues for next season. That's where we are, folks. That's where we are. Do these people think that we are fucking morons? Do they think that we can't see through this bullshit? This is not for the good of the greater. This is not for the 99 trophies that these clubs collectively have won, those 99 European Cups. That's not what this is about. This is for one thing and one thing only. Greed, you absolutely cretinous sons of bitches. Do not take our sport from under us. It's not going to happen. You are fooling nobody. This is not for the greater footballing pyramid. This is not for us as people. This is for you to line your pockets, and you haven't consulted the fans, the staff, the management, the greater worldwide football community, yet alone thought about the kids who are looking up. You spoke about role models in that statement. What does this send? What message does this send to young men and women who are starting to lace up a pair of football boots to play the game? That winning and greed is all that matters. Win at all costs. Money, money, money. Money is ruining our society. It's causing a greater divide between the haves and the have-nots. We football fans need to stick together and tell them that this is our sport and we're not going to have it. So you're not kidding anybody. All these chairmen have come together to form this bullshit league. Your players will walk. The contracts will be null and voided. They won't be able to represent their national teams. Will be kicked out of the divisions. They assume that Liverpool can still go and play in the Premier League. They assume that Barcelona can still go and play in La Liga. Not going to happen. I don't know what cloud cuckoo land these lads are living in, but it's not going to happen. And we don't think you're benefiting us. And it isn't creating a more sustainable model for the football pyramid. It is lining your fat wallet, you greasy bastards. And how dare you think you speak for the footballing world? How dare you? Arsenal just announced it. I know, I told you. I told you this was coming tonight. I told you to stick with us. Again, folks, we're 6,300 subscribers away from 100k. Please take a second. Hit that subscribe button. Yes, for those coming in, it did happen. The statement did come out. It has been confirmed. I'll go back to you again earlier on. As was coming out from Fabrizio Romano, 12 football clubs jointly announced an agreement for the competition, the Super European League. AC Milan, Arsenal, Atletico de Madrid, Chelsea, Barcelona, Internazionale, Juventus, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Real Madrid and Spurs have all joined. 3 more clubs are expected to join as founding clubs before the inaugural season, which is expected to start as soon as possible. 3.5 billion euro committed to each club that signs up as a founding member. Greed. 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 Who's going to see that 3.5 billion? What's going to happen with it? Will I tell you what's going to happen? Players are going to want more money because they're going to be seen as mercenaries. They're going to be shunned by the regular football world. So they're going to want to be compensated even more so. Those greasy bastard agents that are already taking too much out of the sport, they're going to have their pockets lined. And who's it going to hurt? The regular football fan. The person that's struggling to put the shirt on their kid's back. The person that's struggling to get home and away. Can't get a season ticket. Can't afford a television package. Being able to having to tell their kids during a global pandemic, no, I'm sorry son, we can't afford this. Or I'm sorry daughter, we can't afford that. You're not fooling anybody. This isn't for the greater good. It's for the good of you, the few. And not us, the many. But us, the many, will come together and show you, the few, who has the power in the sport. Because without fans, this sport is nothing. And you fuckers are nothing. You will come and go. But our football clubs, the communities, the people that built it, the memories, that's what drives us football fans on. We don't want to play Barcelona and Real Madrid every week. We want that to be earned. We want our clubs to do it in the right way. And for those nights to be special. Not to have those glorified so you can create some bullshit NBA style league that none of us want. None of us want. There's still time to put this right. But as it stands, even with their deluded press statement that believes they're going to be creating this new midweek competition and the clubs will still be able to play in their domestic leagues. No, they won't. The British government's already come out and been against it. The FA have come out. The Premier League have come out. Football fan forums and football fan foundations have come out against it. Nobody wants this other than the greedy people at the top who want to secure. Talk about using the global pandemic as an excuse to try and shoehorn this in, to try and ram this greed down our throat. While people around the world have died People have stayed inside, lost loved ones, been unable to attend fucking funerals. And you have the cheek to say that this pandemic has forced this decision. You are kidding nobody. Nobody. Do not destroy our sport. Do not think you speak for the greater good. You don't. You are greedy, horrible capitalist pigs. R.I.P. football indeed. I'm sitting here heartbroken, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely heartbroken. And they will be banned from playing in World Cups. Yes, as Jamie said. They'll be banned from playing in Qatar. Again, I'm going to keep going. I think Liverpool have put out a tweet, somebody saying... I'm just going to keep going with my guy. I've got a couple of journalists messaging me and stuff as well. Our sport. Our fucking sport. 3.5 billion euro each, yeah. R.I.P. football indeed, Ben. Absolutely right. Here we are, 11:30 on a Sunday night. Jurgen Klopp preparing his team for Leeds tomorrow. Liverpool have released a tweet with the same link to the same statement, basically confirming it. John W. Henry, FSG, it's time for you guys to fuck off out of our club. I have never, ever done anything but back the owners, looked at them in a positive light, defended them against people who've said that they're only out for themselves, they're only there for the bottom line. This is the turning point. This is when you will feel the full backlash of the Liverpool fan base, the United fan base, the Chelsea fan base, the Spurs fan base, the Arsenal fan base, and the City fan base. Don't for 1 minute think that this is going to be a walk in the park. Don't for 1 minute think the football fans around the world are just going to accept your greedy capitalism. Juventus chairman Andrea Agnelli has resigned from UEFA's executive committee and as the ECA chairman. Juventus have resigned from the ECA as well. So Juventus have now pulled out of it. Juventus have pulled out of basically UEFA. So there's going to be a ripple effect here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to come out. The effects of this are going to be felt. And as I said, this is on the eve of my club, Liverpool, having a very tricky game against Leeds in the Premier League to try and qualify for the Champions League. You know, the real European Cup, the one we recognise as football fans, the one with the history, the one with the proud tradition, the one where when the Munich air disaster happened, football fans came together. When Hillsborough happened, football fans came together. When any other Heysel tragedy happened, football fans came together. When the good part of the sport shines through in the darkest hours. Taken away. Because they can. Because they think they rule the world with their fucking wealth. Football is nothing without fans. It's a phrase that's often uttered, but it's true. And they're going to learn that. And they're going to learn that one way or the other, because we aren't mugs. When football fans come together, whether it be through social media or wherever it is, you will be hard found to find a more organised, passionate group of people anywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call that a night because I'm saddened and I'm angry and I'm frustrated, and I will be back tomorrow and I will talk about this more. I want to say thank you to all of you for giving up your time tonight, for coming in. I appreciate your support. Please just hit that subscribe button before you head off into the night, and I hope to see you back soon, because we will be covering this. It's a sad day for our sport. It's a nail in the coffin of football as we know it. And I'm heartbroken. Absolutely heartbroken right now. So I wish you all love and happiness, and I hope you're all well. And I wish all your families love and happiness. And I will be back tomorrow and we'll go through this again, but this is a sad, sad day for our sport. Make no bones about it, folks. Thank you for being with us. Again, please do hit that subscribe button. I love you all. Thank you for your time.